many people out there, and by see so many people, I mean I can't see any of you. The stage lights are in my eyes. So the only way I know you exist is by the sound you make. So hello, Anthro Northwest! That's like 12 people, yes! Awesome, well I'm so glad so many of you came out today. How many of you have been to my Fursuit Exhibition before? Awesome, like 2 out of 12, sick. So, those of you who haven't been to my Fursuit Exhibition before, welcome. My name is Atlas. Some people also know me as Grape or as Sarah. I am the owner of Spilt Grape Soda. I've been making animal costumes for coming up on 6 years, which is pretty exciting. This event is an event of just showing my love for other people's costumes. It's super exciting coming to furry cons and seeing how many incredible costumes there are and how much cool things we get to experience over the course of like 4 days, right? And so in this event, we're gonna bring people up onto the stage. We're gonna talk about their costumes. We're gonna talk about their characters. We're gonna talk about them building the suit or their experience commissioning their maker. How does that sound? Sick. Awesome. I'm super excited and very tired. It's an early morning, so thank you to all of you for being here so early this morning. I super appreciate it. Let's bring up our first guest. Let's hear a large round of applause for a very cool Minty Dog. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You look fantastic. What is your name?
Leffy.
Awesome. I love your fursuit. This is wonderful. In the Spilt Grape Soda office, we are a huge fan of mint, and I'm kind of biased. I got a little bit of mint on me. What is your character? Tell me about your character.
Leffy is a wolf.
Awesome. And Mint, did you design your character or did someone else design it for you?
So the head is actually pre-made from Furry Frost Shop, and I designed the rest of the character from it and made it myself.
Oh, awesome. So the bodysuit and the hand paws and the feet paws, that's all you, the tail, all you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So is this your first time making something furry related, or have you done it before?
This was my first suit I made, but I've been a maker for about 3 years.
Oh my goodness, folks. I don't believe it. This looks incredible. Can you give the audience a wonderful little 360 there? That's so cool. It's such a fantastic job. And your maker, could you repeat their name again?
Furry Frost Shop.
Furry Frost Shop. So what was your experience like getting a pre-made from this maker?
Very easy. They have a lot of really awesome pre-mades, and they're really easy to deal with.
Oh, awesome. You know, communication is one of the most important parts about purchasing something from another maker, and I'm really glad that that experience was good for you. What is your most favorite part about your head?
Probably that it's fully lined all the way down to the neck, and it's just really comfortable.
Ooh, that is nice. The backing of fur can get kind of scratchy, especially on sensitive skin areas like your neck and your face, so I bet that fully lined aspect is really, really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And then your bodysuit, your feet paws, your tail, your hand paws, those all look just incredible. I am so blown away. What is your most favorite thing that you did out of the stuff you built yourself?
And people probably don't like it, but I kind of like that I have my zipper on the back.
Oh, really? So what's the advantageous aspect to having your zipper on the back rather than the front?
Just that it's a little bit more hidden.
Okay, okay. Is it tricky to like get into costume with your zipper on the back?
Oh my god, yeah.
So can you only get into costume like with a friend with you?
Originally, but I've gotten pretty good at it over time.
Oh, so like super flexible or something?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Some days it doesn't work as much as others.
I love it. I love it. If you could go back and change anything about what you created and built here, what would you change out?
Probably a slimmer digi.
Okay, so what would you say are the problems with your existing digi?
I just like the look of the slimmer fit, so I think it doesn't really fit my character aspect as well.
You know what?
How big the legs are.
I am, of course, as you can see, a big fan of slim digi. It's way easier to wear than a chunky digi. I have another suit that has really, really big digigrade legs on it, and it's huge. I gotta like walk sideways through doors and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely
So slim digi is really, really nice. Well, you've been so wonderful. Is there any last things that you would like to mention about your costume until we talk about someone else?
I think that's it.
You have been fantastic. Thank you so, so much. A big round of applause for our Minty fabulous friends. All right, be safe getting off the stage. I will be very sad if someone falls off again. That happened last year and I was mortified, but they were okay. Shout out to big chunky animal costumes, right?
It's Quentin!
Woo!
You're gonna try and count!
Yeah, all right. Let's bring our next friend to the stage. We have another dog, it seems, with a very cute pink button nose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You look fabulous. I love the get-up. What is your name?
Hello, my name is Hayes.
And is this a suit made by you or made by someone else?
Yes, I made the suit.
Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Can you do a little 180, 360? Wow, fabulous. Don't get dizzy, don't get dizzy. All right, so how many suits have you made before you made the decision to make this one?
This is actually my first.
You dirty liar, you. That's incredible. Wow. You did such a great job. So what kind of stuff did you do to prep for making your first fursuit?
Well, I actually made the patterns for the hand paws myself and the feet paws.
Oh, wow.
And I watched a lot of tutorials, so that definitely helped.
Oh, definitely, absolutely. Tutorials are one of the best, most helpful things to make in your first fursuit. And the beautiful thing about it is the vast majority of them are free on YouTube, which is really nice and accessible. What piece do you think was the hardest to pattern, the hands or the feet?
Oh man, the hands, it took me forever. I actually had a previous iteration of a pattern before these ones that ended up horribly, so these are actually my second version of the hands.
Oh, wow. Well, those look great. Do you have any little secrets to share with the audience as to how you were successful making such a wonderful hand paw pattern?
Freckled Cat Creations has a tutorial on how to make a puffy paw pattern, which is great. I definitely recommend it.
I'm a huge fan of Freckle Cat. They do such awesome work, and I love that they spend so much time giving back to their community through tutorials and stuff. I have seen that video, and it is a really, really good one that makes patterning your first set of puffy hand paws really, really easy. Out of the two, when you were building them, not patterning them, or I guess 3 or 4 things, what was the hardest thing to build and you think frustrated you the most?
Well, I actually started the head base I think 2.5 years before I made the fur, and I got really tired of patterning the head, so I just kind of left it for a year or so, and I came back to it and made this.
Yeah, well, it turned out fantastic. You look wonderful. What made you, did you design this character yourself, or did you pick it up from somebody else?
Yes, I made him. Funnily enough, he was actually a warrior cat character at first. It made on the Scratch editor with a ton of gradients. So I just simplified him a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Here he is today.
Wow, that's just wonderful. How many of you guys are Warrior Cats fans in the audience? Heck yeah, me too. I ate that up as a kid in middle school. This is so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me on stage. Is there anything else that you would like to mention about your costume or your process before we hop on off and talk to somebody else?
So, since my suit took me 3 years to make, I'd just like to say, just keep going, just keep trying.
What great advice. Fursuit making is one heck of a journey, and it takes a lot of personal accountability to keep moving forward on something that is so difficult and so time consuming. You did a wonderful job. Clearly you spent a lot of time and energy to create something honestly super beautiful. Congratulations. Thank you so much for coming up on stage today. Let's give a round of applause to our new guest. Wonderful. Careful getting off the stage. My dear friend Dylan will help you out, and make sure you do not have a crash and burn. Would be very sad. Awesome. Oh, awesome. So how many of you guys, is this your first Anthro Northwest this year? Heck yeah. Are you guys liking it so far? Awesome. How many of you guys are Anthro Northwest veterans? You guys liking it this year? Heck yeah. Best year yet, I think. Let's welcome to the stage a suit that I really, really love. Come on up. I love this one. You guys are gonna love this one. You're so fabulous. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the stage. What is your name, my friend?
Mulligan.
Mulligan, what a perfect name. Before we get into it, Mulligan, I just want you to know that I saw you at the little college Comic-Con, like Anime Con thing. Yeah, Chibi Con, and I was so enamored by you. There is something about like going to an event out of fursuit and seeing other furries, and you're like, oh my God, furries! And that was my experience with you. It was amazing. You were wonderful. You were super polite. I love your suit. I know the answers to some of these questions, but the audience doesn't. Who made your suit?
I did.
And I love that. How many suits have you made previous to this one?
I had only made one.
Oh my goodness. And that's what I love about it. Can you do a little like slow 360 for the audience? We got those slim little feet paws, those petite tiny little hand paws, and a cute tail. I love the clown vibe. Explain to me why you chose to go in a clown vibe direction.
I can't.
You know what?
It just spoke to me.
So real of you. It's perfect. It's wonderful. It totally rocks for the character. Do you want to talk about like the development of your character? Because one of the tough things people often experience is a partial suit is way cheaper and more accessible, both to build and to buy, but a lot of people really struggle to find a theme and accessorize their character accordingly. Can you give some advice to people who may be struggling with something like that?
Yeah, totally. I think it's fun to have a gimmick. That's why I kind of got the clown vibes. Because it's easy to pick something and be like, I know I like this, and I would like to work with something on it. Let me develop off of this specific idea. And then that's a good way to figure out how you're going to go forward with an idea.
I love that. Honestly, some of my personal favorite suits are partials that people style just immaculately, and you have done such a wonderful job of that. I'm really enamored with your head, and I'm particularly in love with your eyes. Are your eyes made by dye sublimation?
No, they're acrylic painted. I used Posca pens and some white acrylic paint to sort of stamp onto the, I used computer PVC mesh.
Oh yeah, that stuff is really great. That's what we use in the office for our eyes. And for those of you that don't know, that PVC mesh is straight up looking through sunglasses when you wear it. It's nuts. And so it must be pretty good vision in there, yeah?
Yes.
Awesome.
It has great vision, and sometimes I look to the mouse.
Oh, there you go. That is the nice thing about moving jaws or anything with a really open mouth, is you're able to read and like look through it and see stuff. What would you say is your most favorite part about your costume?
I really like my eyes.
You know what? Your eyes rock. For those of you that are farther away, you can't see, but they put teeny tiny little glitter, like shiny sequin bits in their eyes, and they're so cute. You'll have to come and check out this suit later after the exhibition. It goes super duper hard. All right, and obviously you made this suit. You're probably your own worst critic. What is one thing that you would change if you made this suit again?
So, obviously this is my first suit, and it's the first one I made with fur. The first one I made was with fleece. And so working with fur for the first time was an interesting experience. And I didn't know that different furs shave differently. And so I would probably change the fur to something that shaves a little smoother, because I've got little lines on my forehead and some spots where I shaved a little too close.
Yeah, no, that is one of the things about luxury shag that's tricky, is sometimes getting a smooth shave on it is really, really tough. For your next one, I would recommend trying out something like Teddy or Fox. It's a lot denser, and it's gonna give you a lot easier time trying to get an even shave. You've been so wonderful. Is there anything about your suit that you would like to mention before I kick you off and move on to the next person?
My hat is magnetic.
Oh, I love that. Can you do a little, m'lady? Yeah! Wonderful. You've been great. Thank you so much for coming up on stage with me today. Wander off very carefully. Be safe. I'm gonna get a little sippy sip of water. My mouth is super duper dry. Can you feed my water cup into my mouth, please? My water cup. I'm so thirsty.
Hey, water cup.
Oh, thank you. Oh well, you know, it's fine. It doesn't fit. I guess we'll just live with it. Sick. All right, we're bringing up our next friend onto the stage. Cool horns going on. Welcome to the party. Wow, you just look so much fun. This is a blast. Welcome to the party. What's your name?
Adonis.
Oh my goodness. Wow. The sensitivity is turned way up because you're muted in there. So eat the mic, but like from a little bit of a distance. You're wonderful. Say your name one more time.
Adonis.
Oh, perfect. There we go. This suit's amazing. This is wonderful. Did you make your suit or did someone else make your suit for you?
I made the arms, feet, and tail, and Kemoyagi made the head.
Kemoyagi
Yeah.
is super, super awesome. They do such amazing work, and this suit is no exception. I love it, but I also love what you've done. Let's talk about your head first. Wonderful. If I'm not incorrect, you got this head at this con, right?
Yes, I picked it up on Friday.
Oh, so exciting. So is this the first suit you've ever owned?
No, I own, I think 3. I've owned 5 in the past.
Okay, but regardless, getting a suit and seeing it for the first time in person is one of those wonderful, super exciting things in the world. Atlas was a suit that I actually got delivered to this con as well, and it was super exciting seeing it for the first time. Can you describe to me your experience unboxing this suit at the convention?
I lost my mind. I was just like, oh, it always looks so much better in person than in the photos. So seeing it is like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what it is about like taking pictures of fursuits, but almost every single time they're even better in person. This head is no exception to that rule. I think you sent me a couple of work in progress photos of this head when you were preparing for the exhibition, and it's so true. It does look even better in person. What is your favorite part about this head?
The ear detailing. My maker used a special method with the mochi, so it's super, super smooth, especially for mochi. If anyone has worked with that before, nightmare experience. So it's so smooth, really well done. I'm just like blown away.
Yeah, I think those of you who were at my exhibition last year heard my rant about Mochi Minky. It is notoriously difficult to work with. It is a Minky that is the same material that like Squishmallows are made out of. So it's got that super crazy ultra 4-way stretch, which is wonderful and is super soft and makes for some great paw pads and some great inner ears. But boy howdy, is it hard to work with because it's slippery, it's not, and it goes everywhere. Your maker did a really, really good job because I know in the past they've had experience and lots of it working with Mochi Minky. Your eyes are wonderful. We go back to the concept of dye sublimation looking at them. They look great. They're done on that PC PVC mesh, and I believe it is at the 0.5 millimeter sizing, which is super, super small. It's great. This is the second least or the harder to find PC PVC mesh. The 0.8 millimeters is a little easier to find. So your maker was able to find the real nice stuff. How is the vision out of those?
I use it on all my suits. It's like sunglasses, except a little bit less tint. It's basically just like I don't have them in here. It's absolutely wonderful.
They're super duper nice. I think that dye sublimation on this PC PVC mesh is truly the future of making eyes for fursuits, because hand painting is wonderful, but boy is it hard and time consuming, and it just doesn't give the effect of these wonderful PC PVC mesh eyes. Those are great. I love what you've done with the slim feet and the short fur on the arms and the 5 fingers. It gives a really sleek, slim feel. Did you have a specific reason for choosing that vibe, or did you just like it?
The character is a more, I would say, anthro looking thing. So I wanted him to be more human-like with the 5 hands and this. My personal suit has bappers, just no hands, and I was like, I want to be able to grab things maybe. So he's my actually being able to do things partial.
Yeah, no, he's wonderful. The dexterity of 5 fingers is really something else. And those of you that have 4 fingers for your fursuit simply have never experienced the 5-finger wonders of dexterity with these kind of hand paws. These are wonderful. You're wonderful. I love the vibe. Do you have any last things you'd like to mention before we move on and chat with our next friend?
Dino tails like this, they're great. Be careful, I knocked someone's iced coffee off their table.
Shame on you.
Don't do a 360 after tapping something. Be like, oh, what's that? Bam.
Did you
So-
cover their iced coffee?
I helped clean it up. Unfortunately, some got on their suit very lightly.
Oh no, double
I
shame.
was mortified.
Oh my goodness. I think this is a good lesson in like long tails, because even like, I think not even just like big old dinosaur style
Yeah.
tails, but like big old tails regardless, it is really hard unless you're in your fursuit a lot to have a good like realization of how big your body is in your
Yeah.
fursuit versus just in your normal human body. And you'll knock into a lot of stuff. So being real conscious of your surroundings and of your fursuited body is super important. You're wonderful. Your suit's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming onto the stage and hanging out with me. You've been great. A big round of applause for our new friend. Awesome. I do love those big old straight out tails. I have a friend with a really cool suit that couldn't be here this weekend that has a big long like raptor tail that bonk, bonk, bonk. Stuff is crazy. I love it. Those foam cores just give an insane amount of like wag, and it's so cool to see it stick straight out. I love those suits. Awesome. Let's bring another friend up on the stage. We saw a rendition of this suit in previous years, and we'll bring back a new one. Wow. You look amazing. Oh yes, thank you. I love this. This is one of my favorite designs for a character because you are so bright and colorful, and I love the dark like grayscale stuff mixed with the super neon bright ears. It's so much fun. You're so much fun. Welcome to the party. What is your name?
Eros.
Awesome, perfect. I love this suit. I love the upgrade from last year. You've truly come so far in such a brief amount of time. This is wonderful. Tell me, have you made an animal costume before?
I have, but I did not make this one.
Ooh, you did not make this
No.
one. Oh, I don't know why I was under the impression that you did.
No.
Regardless, it is fabulous. Who is your maker?
The person before me, Headcount Studios.
Oh, hey, switcheroo. And who was their maker?
I was.
Wow, it's makerception.
We made a trade.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. I get it now. All right, that makes sense. I'm like, hang on a second. This is so wonderful. Their work is so wonderful. Your work is so wonderful.
Thank you.
I love the matching collar. It looks great with the green on the ears. Tell me about your experience working with your deer maker friend.
It was absolutely wonderful. I got whipped throughout the entire process. I saw it from start to finish, all the little bitties in the middle, all the way to like little details that she let me change on it. We added extra hair in the top to add like the fluff onto it. And the best part about the suit, I have no blind spot.
Oh my goodness, and that is a feat.
Yes, I can't believe it. I can look someone dead on in the center and see both of their eyes on either side.
That's incredible. So for those of you that have never worn a fursuit before, most generally you have a central blind spot. I can barely see my hand right here. And then your vision ends at right about here. You have a very small field of vision. And that's a very normal thing for fursuits. But when you get a suit like this where the eyes are really, really big, it mitigates a lot of that that's common in other fursuits.
I can see both of my hands.
Okay.
Right here, and then it goes all the way like this one's to here, and then I can see you in the other corner.
That's incredible. And for those of you that have never worn a suit, you don't realize how incredible that is.
This is insane. I've never had a head that had this good vision.
That's so awesome. So the small mouth and the big eyes, what is ventilation like in your suit?
It's really good, actually. She doesn't do a small mouth. You can fit your hand through here. It's huge.
Yeah, hey up in there. Fair enough.
The
That's
ventilation's
pretty
great.
crazy.
I don't get sweaty in this head either.
That's really
There's
incredible.
airflow over, and there's fans in the ears.
Oh my.
We both did the ear holes, so there's fans in there.
Hello. Are there fans in there?
Yes.
Get my stanky breath in your head.
I can hear you so well because there's holes right in front of my ears.
Awesome. That's so cool. Oh no, I've bumped you.
Caught me.
Oh, I was trying to steal your
Stole one of
keys.
my
Don't worry
safety
about
pins.
it though.
You stole one.
Oh, I did?
Somewhere.
Sick, for free. We'll figure it out. Don't worry
How
about
dare
it.
you?
Awesome. I love the sparkly eyeliner in particular. Seeing makers use a different color or a different kind of felt for the eyeliner is so cool.
That was her idea.
Oh, intelligent,
I love it.
smart,
I love it.
wonderful, incredible maker. What is your most favorite part about your suit?
Oh, it's got to be the vision.
Oh yeah. No,
I
that makes
brag about
sense.
this vision to everyone.
Yeah.
They put it on there. I can't believe it still.
That's just wonderful. And the fans in the ears must be a huge plus for that ventilation aspect.
I don't even need them that much because between the eyes and mouth, Air comes in and out easy.
More air is more better though when you're wearing a big fuzzy animal costume.
If it was summer, I'd use the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. This is amazing. So the thing with like kimono style suits in general is the mouth is really, really small. And normally most like stereotypical kimono suits have the plastic dome covering their eyes. And while I am a big fan of kimono suits, I don't think I'd ever own one because they're so hard to breathe in and lack so much ventilation. Your makers seem to have found a really happy medium in between that kimono look with still giving you incredible vision and incredible ventilation.
She really did.
Wonderful, incredibly talented. You've been a treat. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. You've been awesome.
It's always wonderful seeing you.
Yes, it's always great seeing you. Exit stage, oh God, I've not been a theater kid for many years. Whatever stage side that is, get off the stage very safely. Thank you so much for coming to the party. You guys have been a great audience so far. I super appreciate it. Let's welcome a fabulous, fabulous animal onto the stage. I'm not sure what this is. This is great. We have feet paws, and we have antlers, and are you a duchy? Goes hard, love it. Awesome, so I love your suit. What is your name?
Pick out.
Oh, good, I was worried for a second. I am not bilingual, so I was a little concerned, but perfect. You are wonderful. This suit is wonderful. Who is your maker?
So I am actually a combination of 3 makers right now. The head is from the wonderful Willow, who will be after me.
Oh, cool.
The body and the feet are made by Wild Fuzz Studios.
Wonderful.
And the hands are made by my wonderful friend Cool Paws.
Awesome. I am a huge fan of what are so lovingly called Frankenstein suits, where you get a bunch of different bits and pieces from a bunch of different makers. I think it's really cool because you can pick your favorite style from a combination of people, because it's so neat, like other people do other things differently, and being able to combine a bunch of styles from a bunch of people into your perfect costume is so, so cool. What made you choose each of these individual makers, or did you just choose them because they were open and available?
A combination. So I originally had the full suit by Wild Fuzz, and then I saw how my friend did the beans here, and they were so perfect. I was like, I have to have the beans with the rest of it. And then I just wanted to revamp new head, and Kia, I love their work and stuff, and they were local to me, so I reached out and we went with that.
I love it. It's so wonderful. Every part of your costume fits so, so well together, and you wouldn't even have guessed that they're by a bunch of different makers, and that's the beauty of it. I love what you've picked here. What would you say is your most favorite part of your costume?
Ooh, that's really tough because I just got this head for this convention.
Exciting.
It's a tie between the wonderful beans and the new head.
Oh, great. And so you said you just got this head. When did you commission it, and when did you receive it?
Oh gosh, I commissioned it, I believe sometime around March. And it was ready before Halloween when I was originally supposed to pick it up, but I isekai'd a deer with my Jeep. So I couldn't go to that convention, so I had to push it off till now.
Well, bummer for the deer. Great news for you and your animal costume. This looks amazing. So what was your favorite part about commissioning, was it Kia?
Yes.
Yes, what was your favorite part about commissioning Kia?
The how quickly they got it done. It was just like super ready for the time that I wanted it. They were really good communication throughout the whole way, and their designs and everything. They just wanted to make sure everything was perfect for what I wanted. It was amazing.
I love that, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Having a really communicative maker makes an experience that much better, and I'm so glad that you were able to have that with Kia. This is so wonderful. Let's see, did you design your costume yourself, or did you pick up the design from somebody else?
I actually got the design originally from an auction. I wanted this suit to be my dance suit as I compete in competitions and that. So I wanted to have the nice little fluffy nub instead of a giant tail to kind of dance around with, make it a little easier.
Yeah, because that is the thing with duchies, is they most often have a really, really, really big tail because everyone loves Telephone's big tail, but big tails do make it hard to get around and bounce around, and especially dance in. I imagine it'd be probably a tripping hazard to dance in a tail like that, but this has worked out great. Because you're a dancer and you have these very slim digi-legs, do you find that that's a benefit to your ability to dance?
I wouldn't say they're that slim, but I like the size I have.
Yeah, they look great. Well, you've been so wonderful. Is there any last things that you would like to mention about your character or your costume or anything before we hop off to the next person?
No, I think I'm good.
You have been wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. A round of applause for our wonderful, fabulous dancing Becky friend. Safety, safety, getting off the stage. Take a hand. Walk down without incident. I will cry if you fall. I'm sensitive. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's invite another very blue friend onto the stage. There is clapping in the audience, welcoming our friend. Woo! Awesome. Fabulous, wonderful. I love everything happening here. This is great. What is your name, my dear friend?
This is a pre-made, so it doesn't have a name yet, but...
Ooh,
My
you know
name is
what?
Kia
That is tough. Naming your first fursuit, or is this your first fursuit?
I made the last one.
Oh, that's right!
Yeah, so this is just a pre-made, but my name's Kia Fursuits.
Welcome, Kia Fursuits. So is this your pre-made that you've made, or is this a pre-made you bought from somebody else?
This is one I made.
Oh my goodness, you are so talented. Can you give another 360 for the crowd? Wonderful. Blues are so great. I love the icy vibes, and those eyes are just fantastic. Tell me about the eyes. We talked about, I think, with a couple people previous, kimono suits and those plastic covered eyes. What is your experience with those plastic covered eyes and how they affect the ventilation of the costume?
Yeah, this is my first time working with the domes. The domes and the head base was actually made by Stuffed Panda Studios.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, they're beautiful, but you need a fan.
Need a fan for sure. Yeah. Where would you mount the fan if you went in and decided to mount a fan?
I would say right around the ears, because you don't want it directly in your face, or you're going to dry out your eyes. I haven't mounted one in this, but I probably will, hopefully. But yeah, no, definitely up in the top.
So have you had a fan in your suits before? Have you suited with a suit with a fan on?
I haven't actually yet, but I normally have one around my neck.
Fans in heads are super awesome. I have a couple of heads with fans in the mouth that blow my hot air out of my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And it's night and day. It's crazy the difference it makes. You wouldn't think pulling the hot air out of your head would have as much of a difference as pushing new air in, but it really does. I love what you did with this suit. So Stuffed Panda Studios, they often make 3D printed bases, particularly for this kimono cat style base.
Yeah.
What was your experience working with a 3D printed base? I know it's often pretty tricky.
Yeah, it was my first time, especially with like a movable jaw that's like a lot different than normal. I prefer working with foam, definitely. But, you know, it's a lot easier to like actually get a style that's like exactly what you're looking for, because sometimes foam can be like a little bit more difficult with that, but...
Yeah, so what was, you say, the hardest part about working on a 3D printed base and what you liked the most about it compared to foam?
I'd say the hardest part was probably trying to get the movable jaw to still be movable.
Yeah.
Which, because it was my first time, still a lot to learn, but... And then my favorite part would probably be how easy it is to like, just glue the stuff down. Like the foam's not moving, there's no foam, so it's just straight onto the 3D printed base.
Yeah, no, it turned out super good. So you made all of these bits and pieces yourself. The tail, the adorable mitten paws, which are so charming, and the teensy-tiny little feet paws. So are these on your own patterns, or did you get a pattern from somewhere else?
Yeah, so the feet are actually your pattern.
Oh, sick! Cool!
Highly recommend. And the paws are by Whittle Studios on Etsy, the little mitten paw pattern.
I love it.
Yeah,
That
the
is
tail's my
such a cute mitten paw pattern. I am a huge fan of mitten paws. I just think they give such a rounded, cute style to the suit. And it's really great because Telephone just added mitten paws to her suit, and they almost make it more like animalistic.
Definitely.
And rather than like anthropomorphic with the separate fingers. So I just love how that came together with such a cute, petite little cat. It totally works. If you were to go back and make this suit again from the start, is there anything that you would change?
I think I would probably add the fan.
A fan? You know what?
Yeah.
Never too many fans. That's what I
Never
always
enough
say.
fans.
Well, you've been so wonderful. The suit is wonderful. You're unbelievably talented. I super appreciate you for coming on stage. Is there anything else you would like to add?
This will be for sale after the con, so if you're interested, Kia Fursuits.
It is super great and wonderful in person. Definitely come and bother them after the event and check it out up close if you're interested in buying this cute suit. Thank you so much for coming to the party. Safely exit the stage right. I feel like this is stage right? Or no, is it stage left? It's stage left, yeah, I feel like that's correct. You've been wonderful, that was so cool. Oh, cool, someone spoke to me through the mic thing and they said stage left. Awesome, stage directions, so cool. Ooh, I am so excited for our next suit. So rarely do we get to see avian suits in the fandom, and when we do, it is a real treat. Please welcome to the stage our next super cool suit. Welcome. What? That's so wonderful. Come up here into the fabulous light of day. It's great. I love this. This is so crazy intricate. My friend, what is your name?
My name is Nora.
Nora, this is unbelievable. I've been seeing you around all weekend, but I've been so preoccupied, so I haven't gotten an opportunity to come up and chat with you. This is unbelievably intricate. Can you please spread your little army arms and then give a 360 to the audience? Right? That's crazy. And just a 180 so we can see that tail again. That tail is so cool. Look at all of the crazy details trimmed into the fur here. That's just nuts. So who made your suit?
Fuzz Beans. They are in the dealer's den.
Oh,
they're some good friends of mine.
Wonderful. I feel so sad. I've been so crazy busy. I haven't even gotten an opportunity to swing through the dealer's den. This is really cool. Are they selling any other pre-mades here right now?
They did, but I think it sold during the early access.
You know what? What a great problem to have.
I know.
And it's totally clear why they sold so quickly, because this is just incredible. So how long have you had this suit for?
I have had it since, I got it kind of in pieces throughout the summer last year. The head was first, and then the tail, and then the wings. So
wow.
Probably I've had it since the end of summer.
Awesome. And so how long did this suit take to fully complete, from commissioning it to receiving the final piece? Or did you commission all the pieces separately?
It was kind of separately. We kind of went as, as I could fund it. And then, so it probably took, I think, from commissioning to finishing it, maybe 3-4 months.
Wow.
So, we were kind of working really closely, taking our time with it. I was in no rush.
Yeah, no, but that is crazy fast. 3 to 4 months is really impressive.
Yeah.
So how long has your maker been making suits for before they produce this one?
I believe it's been about 10 years, but this is the 4th suit that they made.
Wow, that's just unbelievable. And I'm just so enamored and absolutely blown away by the time spent cutting into the fur each of these individual feathers. For those of you that have not made fursuits before, fur doesn't just come like this. It's long like this first, and this maker went through and individually trimmed out each of these tiny little feather details by hand. Is this the first time they did this, or did they do something like this in the past?
I think this is the first time that they have tried to achieve this effect. We kind of discovered it together. There was a YouTube video. I want to say it was from Mugiwara Cosplay.
Oh, they do great tutorials.
Cutting feathers or scales.
Yeah.
It could also be used for scales.
Yeah.
But I really think that Topher from Fuzz Beans masterfully did it on the wings, right? To kind of create the shape of all the different primary feathers, and then all the different curves and intricacies on the head, still maintaining that same pattern and texture.
Yeah, I bet. This is just so crazy intricate, and it must have taken them just an atrocious amount of time to get such meticulous little details. And gosh, you must be so tickled pink with how this turned out.
Yes, I am. I really like it.
And what would you say is your most favorite part about your costume? I know what my most favorite part is, but I want to hear it from you.
It is the giant wings, of course.
Oh, sick. Yeah, we share the same favorite part. Those are so cool. Avian suits are really tough to make. Had they made birds before this?
No.
Wow.
First avian, yeah.
So that's just crazy. And those wings for the first time making an avian suit and probably the first time making arm wings are so good. Are they pretty heavy? What's the structure like inside of them?
So it is foam, mostly just along the back, and it kind of makes like a taco on my arms, right?
I love it.
And then the feathers are constructed of foam as well, but there's some foam in the thumb. Yeah, so it's mostly like furred foam.
Awesome. Is it pretty lightweight or does it get kind of heavy after a while?
It gets a little heavy after a while, but I can, it's light enough where I can go for a while.
Awesome. Well, this is so cool. You are so cool. Your maker is so cool.
Yes.
Is there any last little bit of information you'd like to give us before you hop, skip, and jump away, Nora?
This was my first A&W and I had a really great time.
Heck yeah! Welcome to the party! Thank you so much, Nora. You've been a treat. Exit stage left and be super duper duper safe. I am so nervous about people falling off the stage in the dark. Be good to yourself. Be safe. Make good choices. Wonderful. This is so much fun. I love seeing so many unique creations of the furry fandom. I feel so lucky to be able to run this event and get to see them up close and then share them with you and just gush about how cool people in this community are. It kind of rocks. All right, let's bring up our very uber stripy friend to the stage next. Welcome to the party. I love it. You are dressed like you are going to go make a business deal or like the mafia or something. I dig it. Tell me, who is your character? I love what's going on.
Okay, so my name is Sam Vell. You could call me Sam or Samuel. I don't have a persona, but I call him the Tiger Butler because I'm kind of like the servant. I kind of dress up like the butler, the servant. The concierge, even the person, that kind of person. So yeah, that's technically my persona, and that's technically my character for the moment.
I love that. The butler type, you are absolutely rocking it. I love it. It says, for now, call me the Tiger Butler. I love that. That's so sick. One of my favorite things is when people take costumes and style them perfectly. We talked about this earlier with our lovely clown friend, is just getting a suit, and then what really, really brings it together is the stylization and the way you perform as the character. What made you decide that Tiger Butler was the way to go?
So my inner animal is the tiger. I was even born in the year of the tiger. This fursuit head, I actually want to start off by talking about where I got this. I actually it was not commissioned for me. I did not make this. I bought this at a vintage store in Tigard, Oregon, and it surprised me that they had this there. Even though I later found out that this was actually quite common. They said that they sold it at Walmart or something, and then I found multiple of these on eBay being sold. But I actually determined that this would actually work out very nice for a first fursuit, and it would be better if I wore a suit like this in general. This is actually not the first time I've worn it like this. I did wear it at Commericon back in November, but unfortunately I couldn't attend the event because I only wanted one day. They only sold single day tickets at the door, and my friend and I arrived late after the cutoff time for selling single day tickets at the door. So unfortunately, we couldn't attend it. But it was the first time I wore this, and I thought this suit would be very suiting. Even if I got one more that was commissioned for me, similar to some of the other suits here, or from the previous lineup, even with paws, tails, and feet, this would still be a very suiting outfit to wear.
Yeah, absolutely. And the wonderful thing about getting a suit at a place like Walmart or a place like a thrift shop is your ability to add pieces on later and make it special and clearly just you. Would you ever consider doing any upgrades to this head to make it more uniquely your character, or are you super happy with where it's at?
Well, so far I'm pretty much happy about it. I think this is a good starting point, but I don't plan to I don't plan to modify it or add any adjustments or changes so far because that's not really what I do. I'm not really the person who makes fursuits or stitches anything on. So, but I might buy a pair of glasses to go with this because I wear glasses underneath, like I'm doing right now, so, and that might actually fit in, that might actually be suiting.
I love that. If you're looking for a pair of glasses, Fursona Glasses does great wonderful glasses. He has this little bit where he goes to like dealers' dens and dresses up like an optometrist, and it's like the funniest thing ever. He has like the eye chart with all the letters. It's my favorite. I always get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for glasses, he's great. I gotta ask, what is the vision and ventilation like in your suit?
It's, I guess, not the best vision. I don't know if you noticed this. It is kind of like, shall I say, dented. I did buy this at a vintage store, so it was pre-owned, and vision's not exactly the best. Sometimes I don't get the best vision, and ventilation not exactly, because this part, the muzzle, it actually goes all the way here to my mouth, so it can be kind of a breathing issue. I don't have any of the fans or anything like that. I wasn't aware of the fact that they had fans like that until I attended this convention.
Yeah, I would definitely pick up one of those like battery or like rechargeable powered like little necklace fans. I've got one laying around somewhere. I unfortunately left it at home, but it's really, really helpful to just stick up in the neck of your head and make sure you're nice and cool and you're staying hydrated.
Yep, staying hydrated all the time.
That is one of the most important parts of suiting. You've been wonderful. Your character is wonderful. Is there any final thing that you would like to add about your suit or your character before we move on to the next person?
I guess just say, express yourself. That's all I'd like to say.
That's wonderful. And that's what the furry fandom is all about, is finding who you are and expressing that.
Exactly.
You've been great. Please exit the stage safely. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I super appreciate it. That's so cool. One of the wonderful things about stuff like dino masks and stuff about those Maskimals from Walmart is getting the furry fandom accessible for everybody at any price point. And I think that guy was a really great example about how you can stylize those suits and truly make them your own. And it's great. I've seen those suits with different eyes and added hair poofs, and they're just so easily customizable, and at such a base price point, they make them incredibly accessible, and I think that's really cool. All right, welcome to the stage, a friend that we saw in previous years, now with extra bits. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, this is exciting. Don't lose your things. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you that were here last year, we may recognize this friend. He now has a bodysuit. What? Tucker, we've been keeping in contact over the past year since we've hung out last. I've seen you at some events. You've always come up to me and expressed how excited you were to come back to this exhibition with the bodysuit you made. It looks so incredible. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
What was the toughest part about conquering this new bodysuit?
Hand sewing most of it.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Lots of late nights until like 1 a.m. doing like the legs, and just like patterning things from scratch.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, and I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. And I've had people coming up to me all con, and I'm overwhelmed, and it's great.
Wow, that must be so exciting. So last year, you fursuited with just a partial. What bits did you have last year? Remind me.
I had the head, the paws, and my tail.
Okay, so the bodysuit and the feet paws are new. I could tell the feet paws are new because they look so dang crisp and wonderful. Did you also do the feet yourself?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you knocked it out of the park. Is that your own pattern or a pattern that you borrowed from someone else?
The pattern for the feet is from Matrices.
Oh, I love Matrices. They provide such great information for like all sorts of different things, and their patterns are spectacular. Did you have an easy time working with their pattern?
Yeah, pretty easy. I mean, I used it basically just for the paws themselves and the bottom because I have a shoe in here. And then I built a foam base around that.
Okay.
And then built fur up from there.
Awesome. So what's the benefit of having a shoe in your fursuit feet paws rather than just like a slipper style feet with dense stuffing?
I don't know, I just wanted to be resourceful. I had a pair of slip-on shoes that were kind of wearing down, and I figured might as well try them for like a first time foot.
Yeah.
Just to see how it works, and they've been pretty comfortable, so.
That's good. No, I think one of the greatest benefits to adding shoes inside of feet, not only like the snug security of your feet, but also especially if you have any like feet problems, like you roll in, or you have any sort of like insole related like problems with your feet, the ability to like have shoes in your feet paws and then put like nice insoles into the shoes is like a night and day experience. I don't have shoes in these feet paws, but one of the really cool things that Phoenix Nest does is they get like the doctor soles, like insoles for shoes, and they put them underneath the liner, and so I feel like I'm walking on a fluffy little cloud all the time. So are your shoes really comfortable inside of the feet?
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable.
Awesome.
I'm able to walk around and not have any pain even after suiting for 3+ hours.
Yeah, what a great problem to have, because some people, especially people with like flat feet or something, wearing like fursuit feet that oftentimes are just EVA foam gets really tough. So that's so awesome that shoes were able to make that experience a little more comfortable for you. So I always ask when someone comes in with a fursuit that they made some of it this year, some of it the previous year, you go back and you remake your head and hand paws and tail today. What are you changing?
Probably take some things that I learned from making this suit and take it into my next one. I probably wouldn't change much in terms of like the actual like style of the suit, except maybe remembering to order enough fabric.
You know what? That is nice.
I ordered a fabric. I was like, oh, that 3 yards will be enough. It's not.
No,
especially when you're using it for the head too, and I only accounted for the body, and I was like, I'm just a fox. I don't know how to do math.
You know what? That is one of the things that blew my mind. Getting into fursuit making is like a full-time job. Is the amount of like math you need to do to make an animal costume. I'm like, oh no, I should have paid like way more attention to geometry and algebra. Like what? It's crazy. So this is so neat. So one of the tricky things about ordering fur and then having to order more fur is like the fact that some of it may not remain in stock or dye lots have changed. Did you experience any of these issues with your costume?
No, just the one original color I wanted. They ran out, and it was like something that a lot of makers were like looking for, and like the different like group chats and stuff. I was looking online.
Is it that sweet potato or the?
It's the pumpkin spice.
The pumpkin spice, yeah. I've hoarded like a half yard of that. I love it. I'm not giving it away. It is great.
It is precious.
Tucker,
yes,
you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Do you have anything else that you would like to mention about your costume before I kick you out?
Kick me out. No, I don't think so.
You're always a treat. Am I going to see you next year on the stage?
Maybe if I decide to make a pre-made.
Well, you better hurry up with that. I look forward to it. Thank you so much. I super appreciate your time. Tucker's wonderful. I will see you next year. That is a threat. Mwah. Goodbye. Be safe getting off the stage. Sick. Was that my last person? I think that. All right. So now we're going to do my favorite tacky theater thing, where we're going to bring all of our friends that participated up onto the stage. Come up, be slow, be careful, let me help you, be safe, do not, the end of the stage is there. Look at the little yellow line, do not fall off, please. Wonderful, wonderful. Look at all of these incredible works of art. We have so much talent in the furry community. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, all of my friends, we are going to hold hands. Pretend to like the person next to you. Hold hands. All right, and then the tacky theater bow is hands up and bow. And hands up and bow. All right, you guys have been a fantastic audience. As always, I expect nothing less from Anthro Northwest. Thank you so much for coming to my Fursuit Exhibition this year. It's been real. I'll see you guys next year. Mwah. Be safe. Enjoy the final day of the convention. All right, Ballin, safely exit stage left. Be good to yourself. Watch the steppy steps. They have orange tape on them. You guys have been real. If anybody has questions, I'll be hanging out in front of the stage when we're done. Thank you so much. Mwah. Is my mic still on? Oh, I'm still live.